everybody, and welcome to another episode of Improv is Dead. I am one of your co-hosts, Dan White, here with your other co-host, Tim Lyons. Tim, I feel good. That's good. That's perfect.
Perfection. Yeah, perfect landing. Smooth.
How are you, buddy?
I'd love to get to a point where we don't have to do that after every intro. I'd love it if we just went into it, but I think now that we've done it so much, it almost has to become a thing. Yeah. And then maybe someday it'll turn in on itself, and it won't be a bit anymore. Who knows? Yeah. I'm doing great, though. Feeling good. Feel great. Had a hot little workout today. Really worked out my little tush.
Dude, I started running again. I've been running like a madman. I'm on like 7 of the last 9 days I've run.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much? Where are you running at, and how far are you running?
Because you used to.
Some people don't know this. Yeah. Some people don't know this. Listeners don't know this. Dan, big cross country runner.
No, not big cross country. Track runner. I
some people. Well, I'm saying some people don't know that you are not a cross country runner, but. But I know that you did track in college. Held some records. You got a body for it. Beautiful body, beautiful little body for running. Buddy. And so how far are you running now in your adulthood?
2.5 miles, and most of it's with a stroller. But it's beautiful. I love it. I get my head in the right spot.
You got the speed wheel.
I got the Thule. Yeah. We talked about this on another one. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, man, and it's I love it. I love running. Clears my head, gets me in a great euphoric state, and then I come home and I just crush emails.
Yeah. Do you still get the runner's high?
No, I never got that.
Or did you ever get the runner's high? Okay.
I mean, kind of I do.
Okay.
But I don't get it as
I don't think you can get it in 2 miles unless you don't run at all, and all of a sudden you went from 1 mile to 2 miles and you didn't realize it. I feel like the runner's high is meditation while running.
I feel good. I feel happy, and I think that's kind of what people are talking about. But I've also read people compare it to a marijuana high, and it is absolutely nothing like a marijuana high.
Not at all.
I'm sorry.
I'm
already laughing at our guest Mike. Yeah. Every time we have Mike, he is such a sweetheart, and he offers to turn off his AC unit, and he hasn't even been introduced yet, and he's sweating and fanning himself.
It gets a little hot in here.
I'm sorry, Mike. While Mike continues to cool himself off, Tim, you want to read a quick review here?
Yeah, we got a review. Thank you so much for reviewing the show and listening to the show. We got one here from Nate, the Just Okay. Nate gave us a 5-star review. Very nice.
Thanks, Nate.
Laughter Therapy is the name of the review. Such a funny podcast, and the scenes have me laughing at very inappropriate times during work.
Oh, boy.
It is also very heartwarming that after such a messy divorce and custody battle, the reason Dan viciously denies that Tim is his father. These two are working to rebuild their relationship with their therapist, Damien, who frequents the podcast as a guest. A must listen.
Wow.
No inaccuracies there. Nate, the Just Okay. Thank you so much. That was perfect.
Tim is not my dad, but we do appreciate it. I do. The injection of Damien as a therapist is some truth to that. I do feel like Tim and I kind of drive each other crazy because we only see each other in this Zoom multiple times a week. Yeah. And Damien is a mediating force. So there is some credibility to that theory.
I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
I want to give a quick shout out. Thank you to nice guy Malik, who sent me a really kind Twitter DM. Malik out of Atlanta. He apparently does some improv with a group out there, and sent me a really nice message. So Malik, thanks for listening. Hope you're well. Hope you have a great class this week.
Nice. Very nice.
And with that, let's bring in our very sweaty guest.
Yeah, let's bring in our sweaty guest this week.
Very polar, very different environments right now. John Patrick Coan is in a very clearly air-regulated basement studio, looking cool, looking fresh. And Mike is in the top floor in a bright
third
white
floor apartment, sealed in here like a tomb.
Yeah, I keep an extra sweatshirt and extra sweatpants in my office because it's so fucking cold in here all the time.
Well, are you in JPC? Did you move? Because I remember when I came and saw your place, you were in the kind of set up in the basement. Did you move into an office area, or are you still on the basement floor?
I'm in the basement, and the cold air tends to sink. So if the AC runs upstairs, it just becomes an ice box down here.
Truly, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a long sleeve right now just because it's so I have to wear socks at all times. It's just it's very cold. I'm very cold.
Mike, it's not even
JPC,
particularly hot in Chicago today. So
No, it's raining out.
But heat rises no matter what. Heat rises.
And It was very humid today, so I do have to I do have to stand up for my boy Mike on that. It was humid as hell.
Yeah. I'm dripping over here.
JPC looks like what like a billionaire like like a billionaire like tech guy would wear around the office, kind of like this kind of silver sweatsuit situation.
Yeah, I mean this is
maybe he kind of rides around in like a Google car.
This is literally a quarter zip from my old work. All of my clothes, all of my clothes are just like clothes from my old tech work. So you are not wrong. I have so much free tech clothes.
The swag. Yeah.
JPC, before we jumped on, you teased us.
Real quick, before we launch into that, Dan, just wanted to read a couple Twitter DMs that I got. Actually was going to do this bit, and then I realized that most of these are just like people being like, hey, could you please do my podcast? And me not responding to them, so not really going to do that. Not really going to do that bit as
wow.
much.
And guess what? We're leaving that in.
As I don't. Yeah, they obviously know that I have not responded to them. You can check out my multiple guest appearances on this podcast and no other podcasts.
JPC, that means a lot, man. And
honestly, that means a lot.
You are a podcast celebrity, and you even had some deep cuts before we jumped onto this thing.
Is he a celebrity?
He is. Oh yeah,
podcast.
Podcast. I've heard people say it. Is that true?
Mike's ego is flaring up here.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, it's true enough. Mike and I play Magic the Gathering, or when I was playing Magic the Gathering, in like these monthly cubes. I haven't played in a few months, Mike, is all I'm saying. But we used to play in these like cube drafts together, and one of the people in the cube draft was like, "Hey man, I'm a big fan of your podcast." And I was like, "Man, I can't fucking just live. I can't walk around."
Oh no.
Mike Brunlieb, the star of the live stage, is just like,
here we go.
Beat red.
Bring that light over. Shine that light over here for a minute.
Well, so what I was going to say before we started, because you asked me if anything was going on, maybe 15 minutes before we started recording, my wife got the mail, and there was like 2 envelopes in there from the city addressed to me, and I opened them up, and they were both, Chicago Department of Finance. They were both those speeding tickets, those automated speeding tickets from CAMS.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them, $35 a pop.
Yep.
They got us 2 days apart, but we got them and they're time stamped. So then I get them and my wife goes, "Well, I know about that camera, so that certainly wasn't me." And I'm like, "Okay, well let's look at the timestamp."
This exact thing happened to me, JPC.
We did that too.
And I pull it out, and like the first one, I'm like, okay, so this one was at like, it was like a Sunday at like 6:15. And let's check the old calendar. It looks like you were at your screen printing class from 3 to 5. So what do you think? You think that might have been you with the car coming back from screen printing class?
That's sweet.
And then the next one, I was like, and the next one was at like 1:30 on a Tuesday, and I was streaming. I checked my VOD. I was streaming that day.
Wow.
I was on Twitch, and she was like, "Well, let's." And then she went back and she checked the text messages. I did not even have this in my calendar, but I guess I went to the dentist that day, and she's like, "I got a text message from you that you're at the dentist and they didn't have your fucking trays." And I was like, "You got me."
Wow,
so it was one for one.
One and one. Okay, well,
it was 1-1, but we both tried to put as much of it on the other person as possible.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been there. Oh,
it was a very fun experience. Hey, not really fun paying the $70, but really fun to have a little fight with the wife over the $70.
Yeah.
Low stakes fights with the wife. Yeah. Nothing better.
I do love a nice little like, "I'm right about this." Yeah. Oh man, I'm wrong.
We had a big fight about it because money's really tight right now for us, and so when we got the ticket, I was screaming. I was absolutely screaming. We couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? We were in a bad spot, and so I lost it. I felt terrible.
Yeah, we got the ticket, and I said, "Just go to the fucking $70 pile and take another $70 off the $70 pile." Why are you fucking talking to me about this? There shouldn't be a discussion. Why do we have the pile?
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the difference between a podcast famous and improv famous.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
I need help.
Good thing you did all those heralds, Mike.
Mike takes it sad. Yeah.
I need help.
I get those tickets, and they all go to my mom because my car is registered in Frankfurt.
Oh, that's great.
And so she'll text me and be like, "Got another ticket, Tim. Got to check it out because it looks like you were speeding." And they've got the video of it.
Oh yeah.
So you can go online, like watch the video. It sucks because so many times when it happens, it just looks like I'm going faster than the other car, like in the right lane, but it doesn't look like I'm speeding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
like it looks like you're going a little bit faster,
lights
but
are bullshit though too, because like if you hit
absolutely.
a yellow and you're just in that spot where it's like it's out of your control, they ding you, and then it's like technically you could like contest it, but you're like gotta go to court. It's like who's gonna
It's not worth it.
I'm contesting one of them. There's one where like I turn off of like Lakeshore Drive and I'm turning onto Belmont Avenue. And I clearly stop. Like there is my car does like a stop and then go, and so and there's no one around, and I'm like I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what happens because I'm not. It's $100 one too.
We're not making it through a podcast without Tim bringing up some Chicago intersections.
That's true.
Oh my God!
The localized
Chicago cops, and honestly, Chicago cops and Chicago red light cams can eat my fucking ass.
Not me. I'm honestly happy to pay the ticket because I know it's going to a good cause. I know it's funding those police salaries. I even throw a little thing on top. I say, to the brave boys in blue out there doing their jobs, with cameras giving me fucking tickets. By the way, that's the only fucking thing cops do is give tickets, and now they just have cameras fucking doing it. Insane. Unreal.
Listeners can't see this, but Mike is podcasting in the Zoom. In the background, he has a Blue Lives Matter, like thin blue line, Punisher, American flag. He can't even barely make out the American anymore. He's just taking on so many.
Also, I'm trying to get a handle on what JPC just said, what part of it was real and what part of it wasn't, because some of the stuff he said I agreed with and some I didn't, but I just can't tell when you're being sarcastic. But
and
my mom today, she went with Nina. She bought Nina, my daughter, like a little firefighter costume because Nina's like into firefighters. And so they went, my mom then took Nina to the fire station to like go onto a fire truck and stuff. And they were really nice. And then my mom bought a shirt at the fire station, but it's like a normal Chicago Fire Department shirt, but then on the back it's got like a raggedy American flag with one red line on it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I'm like, I don't think you can do that, you know?
It's so bizarre. It's so weird. Oh my God, that's so funny.
You can't, right?
Wait, so there's a fire department version of the Blue Lives Matter flag.
So what's the ruling on that?
I mean,
I guess for firefighters it's different because they're fighting fire.
But it still is the like Lives Matter thing, right?
I think the thin red line is the same as the thin blue line, where it's all just like it's just kind of like reactionary crap that because there's people in my neighborhood that fly the combo thin blue line thin red line flag. Which is
JPC is when JPC's house catches fire because of his major streaming rig. You're just gonna see his house burn down while he runs out with his little podcast microphone, going, "Save my podcast file! Save my podcast file!"
I've got a riddle for you, firefighters.
I wish. When this house burns down, I'm fucking rich. I'm rich and I'm untethered, so I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Right now, I got a 30-year mortgage. I got fucking. I'm stuck. I'm shackled to this place. It burns down. I'm going to Maui, baby. That's where I live now.
This is evidence for the lawyers.
This is arson evidence if I've ever heard it.
Do you ever think about doing that, JPC, for real?
Burning down my house? You know what? The thing about fire is I think it's pretty hard to control. So I think if I thought I could do it like effectively, maybe I would, but I don't think that I am as skilled at that part. I think that it would go up pretty quick and I'd be in trouble.
For you guys. Here's a great hypothetical for you. Do you think it would be easier to get away with arson or get away with disposing a body?
Well, that's tough for me because I'm doing the same strategy for both, right? Like, either way, I'm burning that fucker up.
Well, I would think that disposing a body, you have like more options of where to put it. Like you could put a body at the bottom of a lake or something like that. It might not be found for a long time.
Yeah, just throw it right at the bottom, huh?
Yeah, I take it to the bottom. I take it right to the bottom. I would take it to the bottom. Like I think that's a big issue when people dispose in lakes, they kind of just toss it in on the top. You got to bring it on the bottom. You got to crab that. You got to dig a hole.
Yeah, tops where all the boats are and stuff. So.
But with arson, all the evidence is there in the burnt, in the burnings. I guess it was what you call it, or whatever.
Because I don't feel like I know how they investigate arson. Like, how do they ever figure out? Right? that scares me because I don't know what they do, but I'm really familiar with how they investigate.
Well, here's my thing. If I'm playing just the
you always
odds,
look for the teeth in the fire.
I think like the murder clearance rate is something around like 40% nationally. So I think that you have like a 50-50 chance of getting away.
What's the arson clearance rate?
Now that I don't know. So I don't think there's as much arson probably. So the stats are probably off. But yeah, Tim said something about there being like some way to like trace the origin point of the fire, and it sounds like maybe there is an arson scientist, but that could also just be like bullshit that I've like saw from like one episode of a television show. So I'm really not sure what the procedure for solving an arson.
21%.
I think it's easy to
21%.
Yeah, cleared by arrest.
Oh yeah. No.
Wait. Explain this to me because I'm a little confused here. So more people get away with arson than get away with disposing.
They only clear 20% of arson.
Yeah. So if you're just doing one arson, if you're gonna do one and be done,
pushing your luck.
I think that you're good.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is like, is this your house that you're burning down? Because then you're going to be a prime suspect. But if you just like go burn down like a Denny's or something, like who's going to know it was you, right?
I also feel like with arson, it depends on how sloppy you are. Like if you got the gas can and you're kind of just like whipping it around and stuff like that, and there's like fire, it's like, okay, cool. Clearly somebody burnt this down. They just took a gas can and kind of just scooped it down there. But if you're a little smart about it, it might be easier. I think there is a way to like to figure out where and how the fire started, like if there was gasoline involved, if it was electrical fire. Like I feel like there's ways to trace that back.
How do they know that?
I'm not a firefighter. I'm not a detective, but I know I do know that there is a way. I mean, or there's making it up.
No, I know they do say that
they figure it out through.
Well, how would you dispose of a body if you had to dispose of a body? How would you do it?
Worms is the worms.
I guess I didn't. I didn't specify a timeline. So
because we got the like little compost bin at our house with the worms in it, and I was we like give them the newspaper and stuff, and I was like, they'll eat
they'll eat anything.
I mean, how long would that take? I
think it just depends on how many worms you got. Honestly, if you got a ton of worms, I think they could get it done relatively quickly. I mean,
I've seen enough shows that I feel like you would to dispose of it in like acid or something like that, and like in a barrel of acid.
Where do you get a barrel of acid? I don't understand that.
Yeah,
I got a guy. I know a couple guys.
Because even there, the second anyone buys a barrel of acid, even if there was some industrial use for acid, I have to think.
Well, I don't think it's a thing of acid. I think it's a Breaking Bad style chemistry thing. You mix a couple things together and then it turns into that, and then you could dispose of the body that way. I wouldn't know how to do it, but I think if I had a body, I'd be like, damn, that seems like the way to go.
Yeah, you got to go incognito mode and just Google like how to make some homemade acid, and then figure it out.
Yeah.
Homemade acid, and then open up my Pornhub tabs while I'm there. I'm in incognito mode.
Why not? Two birds, one stone.
Yeah. I gotta know what Mike is looking at right now because
Mike's eyes went wide.
Mike is looking at something completely different.
I'll be honest. I think the best way to dispose of a body is, hide it in plain sight. I think you go Weekend at Bernie's with that thing for as long as you can, and just kind of keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Right? You keep it around. You keep the mouth moving. You keep the dark sunglasses.
No.
Okay.
Find a good friend who's able to make them dance along with you, who has the same strength and the same height.
Yeah.
I think more importantly than getting rid of the body is staging like an accidental cause of death, right? Like that's where you do like the gas leak set the house on fire thing, and then it's like, hey, you're not going to be able to figure out how this guy died, but it looks like it was an accident. They burn up in this freak accident or whatever.
You do that like Jason Bourne thing. That's like the coolest thing I've ever seen in a movie.
You put a guy in some worms and some acid, the police are going to be like, all right, well someone tried to hide this shit, right? Like, nobody tripped into some worms.
Huh.
What about you, Dan? What's your method?
How would I get rid of them? I think most people think go low, right? They like bury them or throw them in the lake. I kind of wonder you go high with it. Like if you got a bunch of helium balloons and just said like let him go, and then when it eventually popped and collapsed, you gotta think he's high enough up. When it comes down, poof.
Interesting that you keep saying. Interesting you keep saying him.
Well, I would never. Yeah, obviously it's a man.
Oh, yeah.
Tim.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly,
yeah.
kind of revealing about you to think otherwise.
No, you're the one who keeps hemming
no, I
him.
noticed that.
I'm saying.
So they, I would
Thank
tie
you.
them to a couple helium balloons. Well, even that, I don't like saying that either now.
Yeah.
Tim, you have really just put me in a corner here.
Everyone, Dan, I'm gonna tell you something. Everyone is allowed to be murdered, and it doesn't matter if who it is or what they do.
Dan, maybe this will help. They, in your scenario, is a child.
Yes.
Yes. So that helps.
Jesus.
So less balloons.
JPC, you are just like in every corner trying to. Here's what I'll say. Ready? Here's my answer. Helium balloons on the at the shoreline of an ocean or a large body of water. You put them up, you get the best of both worlds, right? That sucker's going way high up into the stratosphere. Balloons eventually pop, body drops. It's gonna just explode on impact with the water. And if a couple big pieces fall through, boom, you're in the middle of the lake, baby.
Yeah.
Or what?
Explode on impact.
Yeah.
Google it. I'm sure that. By the way, for going low, I dug up a flower bed this weekend, and it's like I don't think that I could do. I mean, you got to go 6 feet deep, 6 feet wide with a grave. No fucking chance. No chance. Yeah. That'd take me 4 days. That'd take me 4 fucking days to do that.
Yeah, they show it in movies like it's a thing you could do in the evening. You can't.
No.
Especially on like a cold night. Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Your shovel's gonna break. Yeah.
You'd never make it as a firefighter, JPC.
And on that,
Yeah.
I think that's a great place. Tim, you feel good?
I feel great. We got plenty of fodder for some improv, I think.
Yeah. We got any, Tim, you got any scene ideas, or anyone got any scene ideas?
No.
Mike just started paying attention.
That's so fucking funny. No.
All right, here, I got one here. Tim and JPC are kind of hanging around a burial plot after a funeral has ended for a loved one, and Mike works at the cemetery.
Easy.
It was a nice ceremony.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, honestly.
They kept it short.
I think Uncle Greg giving the eulogy was a smart choice, because it was, he's, I hate to say it, but Uncle Greg is hilarious and
super funny.
And I think he did Grandpa justice, because there's just the right mix, right, of kind of ribbing him and sending him off. So
yeah, he did a good job, because he was able to get in and look at those indiscrepancies that Grandpa did have, those issues he did have, make light of them, and then but also we did like, he was a gray area. Grandpa was a gray area.
And then there are like 4 or 5 minutes of political stuff that he did too. It just kills every time.
It always crushes.
Greg is unreal.
I think in a different life he was a stand-up comedian, but he could just never commit himself to the craft. I think those types of guys, if you put them in a classroom or you put them in that kind of situation where they start doing reps, they get worse.
My mind goes to, what is Greg like at work? Because he's a chemist, right?
Yeah.
Like, is he just busting jokes as a chemist?
He's certainly got to be the funniest guy in the laboratory.
Yeah.
I would think.
I go through these scenarios where I think about that, and I imagine him at work, and I imagine him. Is he completely different? Is he just quiet at work? What if there's a funnier guy than Greg at his work?
Can't imagine.
I can't imagine, but can you imagine? Anyway,
hey,
it's a gorgeous.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. Just FYI, I just spoke to. I connected with a couple people. But we're gonna go whenever you're done, and no rush. We're gonna head to Maggiano's with the family. So so you guys just meet us there.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to see before I pour the dirt into the grave? Does anyone want to see the casket one last time before I push the dirt into the grave?
I feel like it was a nice send-off.
Yeah.
I think
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to see the casket, I'm about to pour the dirt into it.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think so. Everyone kind of tossed some dirt on there as we were going by.
That was
and,
nice, yeah.
Words were said.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, is the question just if
it's-
we want to see the casket one last time? Because
If you want to see the casket or the body, this is your
we
last
definitely don't want to
chance.
see the body. We definitely do not
yeah,
want to.
the casket is the casket should be closed and locked. There should be no way to open the
The
casket.
casket's
back.
closed. I could open it if you wanted to see the body, but it sounds like nobody does. I was just checking.
Yeah.
Thank you for your business.
Do people typically open the casket up at this point?
Sometimes, if
Not for.
someone was moved by the ceremony and they want to see the deceased one last time, we can reopen the casket briefly before we seal it and
Well,
cover it
Pop
with
got his
earth.
head cut off at the Air and Water show, so we do not want to see. It's definitely a closed.
It was a closed. It was a
closed
closed
casket,
casket to
yeah.
begin with. Yeah. So I think we're all
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Not. Seeing
Do
what we
not.
see
Are you
in
trying
the
to sneak a
first
peek
place.
right now? Do not open.
I didn't get to see it earlier.
Okay. Well, nobody got to see it. Nobody.
Yes,
I think that's
it
the.
is closed casket.
Our
Well,
grandfather's head was cut off while he was taking a look at one of the helicopters that was in use at the Air and Water show. He had like a VIP package that he got from work. He was really excited about it, and classic,
Classic.
mix up. And
He did a stand up and a wave, which if you've never been on a helicopter before, you shouldn't do. So first his
stop
hand went,
looking.
and then his head went.
Get your hand out of the.
Go! You're going to Maggiano's Go. I'm about to put the dirt in. I'm just going to do it in a
Well,
second.
just wait for us to leave then, and then no one will
I-
ever know that we stuck. You're clearly trying to open this thing up.
Yeah,
And you're,
I don't
you're-
want to
You
leave
can't
now. I
stop
feel.
me from
Screwdriver.
ultimately, you can't stop me from opening it. So go to your little lunch without.
Well, you
me.
said you can open it. You said you can open it, but I see you have a flathead screwdriver with you, so clearly it's already locked and closed, and you're just trying to jimmy it open so that you can take a look.
Okay. You want to tell my boss?
No, I mean, hey, we're not trying to get you in trouble.
Okay.
Look,
Then get out of here.
Okay, guys, just
I
give me a
think-
second. I think I have a bike lock in my car. I'm gonna go grab I have a U-lock. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, please use a U-lock.
perfect. That's great.
Just stop this guy.
We're just gonna lock up the casket so no one can see and no one can take the peek.
Nobody can. Whatever
I'm
makes
just-
you guys feel better. Sure.
Because it seems like your job is just to bury the casket. So the fact that you're saying that you also want to open the casket doesn't really.
I don't know why you told me all about his
Comply
head
with
getting
us.
cut off if you didn't want me to look at it.
Well, because we were telling you why it's a closed.
Also, your
casket.
T-shirt says Bonnaroo staff. Did you work Bonnaroo too?
Yes, I did. Anything you want to know about
Oh,
that?
did you bury the stages? I heard that they bury the stages after all the shows.
That's how I got
Instead of
this
taking them all down, they just bury it.
Okay, I have a U-lock here. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, snap
Yeah.
that on there.
Yeah. And this is nothing personal against you. Well, I just don't. I don't. You've shown a lot of interest in our grandfather's.
Ooh.
In fact,
Ooh.
they also never really caught the guy who who hacked off our grandpa's hand and head while he was looking at the helicopter. Some psycho with a fucking samurai sword got him while he was looking at the helicopter.
Yeah, classic. Mix up at the Air and Water show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they never caught the guy.
Well, they only catch like 20% of samurai sword fatalities.
That's true. He was.
Yeah.
I guess he parkoured up a building at the Air and Water show, and they just lost him. They just lost him up the
They
building.
usually-
Please let me
typically
see
when they find
it.
those guys-
Please. Please. Can I
Why do you
open
want to?
it?
Why do you
Please.
want to see? Why do you want to see the body so bad? It's horrifying.
Oh, I've just never seen a body like that before. Oh, please, sir.
Get off your knees. Get off your knees.
Honestly,
Stop touching my shirt. You're not gonna.
why don't we just look? I want to go to Maggiano so bad. Why don't pop the bike lock off? Let him look at the
Thank
body,
you.
and then let's just all forget about this and go to Maggiano's. Like,
I don't
what does
want
it matter?
because I don't want Pop Pop's last, moments on Earth before he's
He's
covered.
gone.
Moment
Pop Pop's
on
gone.
Earth.
But before his body is covered in dirt, I don't want it, the last. It's weird, right? Okay, I get it. It's weird. I know he's gone. Whether you believe in whatever you believe, it's fine. But I don't want the last person to lay eyes on his body
what?
to be this Bonnaroo staff grave
You know what?
digger.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I swear to God, I'm just going to put
He's still wearing his Bonnaroo bracelet, and Bonnaroo was like 9 months ago.
I swear to God, I'm just going to put the dirt on. You guys can get out of here. I swear to God, I'm just going to throw the dirt on the top, all right? You're absolutely right. I don't want to mess with this.
Just throw the dirt on.
Just put it on while we're here.
Just put it on while we're here.
All right, I'll just
throw the dirt on.
Get started with that.
That shovel is so tidy. Use the big shovel.
There's a big shovel right behind it.
There we go.
That looks like a spade. That looks like a garden.
People use that to
shovel.
plant flowers here.
Just grab a little bit right off the top of the pile here. I don't want to keep you guys here all day.
Your shovel went maybe 4 inches above the top of the pile. We can see that there's no dirt on that little spade.
It takes a while to fill these fucking graves up. Whew.
Why don't you use the machine?
The machine?
Use the shovel. Yeah, the big steam shovel thing that's right here by the grave. Is that not what this is for?
Hun, you're filthy. Do not get on the couch with that dirt on you. Go upstairs and take a shower now before you sit on the couch. I can see you going into some kind of TNT movie marathon mode right now. Take your clothes off. Go take a shower.
It's you,
get the dirt
me,
off you.
and Dupree.
Pause this, because I want to watch it. But you need to go upstairs and take a shower now.
I came here to crash with you guys.
Pause it. Do you not know how to use the fucking remote?
Okay. All right.
You were the one who wanted to get TiVo, and you're like, it's so easy to use. And all the time I'm upstairs, and all I hear is click, 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 click,
I don't
click,
want to take a shower.
It sounds like you're rewinding everything. You need to take a shower because you stink. You smell like other people's lives.
I don't want to do this job anymore.
You don't want to do this job, but you want to have a TiVo in every room? No, you can't you can't quit.
We're making enough now for me to quit. You're making enough for me to quit.
Yeah, I'm making enough, but we are together not making enough. You're not even making near what I'm making.
You're making $120. Why can't I make $16,000 a year? Let me quit, baby.
Yeah. The $16,000 is our spending cash. You will make our spending cash. I make our bank.
It's some weird fucking thing with you.
I make the house. It's not some weird thing with me. I have a job. You don't get to just sit at home and watch TiVo all day.
See, that's what it is you feel like I need to suffer because you have to work all day. Why don't we just let one of us enjoy our lives?
Hey,
oh, that's bullshit,
weird
Clark.
Thing, there's no beer in the fridge. What gives, guys?
Please, let me watch Dunstan.
No. You're not watching Dunstan. You're going to go upstairs. You can watch Dunstan all you want as soon as you go upstairs and take a shower. The couch that you're trying to sit on is from Crate and Barrel. Okay?
I'm going to give my notice tomorrow, but I'm going to help you with your job.
No, you're not. I don't need your help.
You can give me some of your work, and I'll help you with your job, sweetie.
No, you don't. You don't know the first thing about it.
All right, Zeke, go ahead, take a seat. You said you wanted to meet with me. What can I do for you, pal?
I can't do this anymore. I'm going to give you a choice. You promote me, or I walk.
You want a promotion?
I want a promotion, or I walk today.
Zeke, you're putting me in a tough spot here because we have been riddled with complaints about your attire around the graveyard. I got a written complaint here that you've been wearing your Bonnaroo staff shirt to work. People are saying it's distracting. They're trying to have funerals. Also, FYI, your wife called me. She gave me a heads up that this meeting was coming.
She did?
Yeah, she said under no circumstances am I able to accept a resignation from you. So you have zero leverage right now, Zeke.
What do you mean?
Your wife called me and said you're coming to... She said, trust me, he will come to work no matter what he threatens you with.
You mean I can't quit?
Not according to your not according to your real boss back home.
Oh, man.
Also, hey, heavy rain last night. We had a couple of the bodies float up. I don't know how shallow these graves are. I think you've been cutting corners on these graves. I mean, one I looked at, I swear to God, one guy's pecker was sticking out of the ground. It seemed like you didn't even put him like 6 inches down there.
All right, I'll start doing better.
Hey, and take your fucking AirPods out while you're working.
Yes, sir.
If I call you, I need you to respond, okay?
Yes, sir.
If I shout, if I ring the Zeke bell, you need to come running, Zeke.
Understood. And
I don't want you listening to podcasts while you're out there.
I swear to God, I'll start doing better. And I'm gonna make you proud of me.
Okay. You don't need to make me proud of you. You just need to do your fucking job, Zeke.
I'm going to make you proud of me, sir.
Hey, Donna. If you have a moment, I want to talk about some of these reports that you submitted. Looks like really late last night. Like 2, 3 in the morning, you submitted a couple reports?
Me?
Yeah.
I did?
I mean, Donna, I'm not mad. I don't know if you were sick or if you were up for some reason, but it's super late to be submitting these things. And just so you know, it can wait. I mean, you do not have to be working. I mean, God, I do not want you working 12-hour days.
I get in the zone, but refresh my memory. Sometimes I'm up late and I'm a caffeine freak, so just refresh my memory.
This is last night? You don't remember?
I mean, I was up pretty late. I was doing a little movie watching binge with my husband, and then I may have, submitted a couple of reports, just hit the refresh and send.
This is all the Q2 financials. You did all of the Q2 the quarter just closed 2 days ago. I just want to make sure with you. I just want to check with you that these figures are right because, I mean, God, if they are, Donna, this is some of the best, finest work I've ever seen. But if they're not, I mean, Christ, you got to tell me now, Donna, because this could sink us.
God, give me 1 second. I just need to make a quick phone call.
I almost don't have 1 second. I almost don't have 1 second.
Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to make a quick phone call. I just need to talk to somebody really fast. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey,
honey,
baby.
How
are you?
Hey, I'm good. Were you on my laptop last night?
Yes, and?
And did you input some quarter 2 financials for my job?
You're welcome.
Well, no, not you're welcome. I need to know how sure you are of what you did. I need to know how sure you are of your work.
Well, I did. Yeah, I mean,
Were you just pushing buttons and numbers, or did you actually know what you were doing?
I am Agent Erickson. I'm here with the IRS. I need to speak to Donna Hampton.
Oh, yeah, Donna, she just stepped out of my office for a second. Right. She's on the phone. Just hang out.
Okay.
Can I get you a cold brew?
No,
kombucha?
I'm okay. I just need to speak to Donna about some...
Sure.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, I was just pushing... I was just pushing the... What?
You're just pushing the button? Okay, well, that's all I needed to know. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, while I got you here, I just want to go ahead and officially submit these. These are the Q2 financials, since you're with the IRS.
Yeah, no, they were sent to us last night at 3 a.m.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
you already got a copy.
I don't know
Excellent.
how Donna got my direct email, but at 3 a.m. last night, I received the Q2 financials.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Donna.
Donna.
Yes,
yeah,
hi.
I got your
Hi.
email
Yes.
titled Big Presentation Report. Read now, and then it said if I don't forward this along to 6 other IRS agents that Bloody Mary is going to come and cut my head off.
I'm so sorry.
Donna, is this true?
Look.
I got to say,
6
these are some
other
of the
agents?
best financials the IRS has ever seen. If these are
I
correct,
was up all night
if they're
working
not
on it.
correct, this could trigger a recession.
I mean, Donna, I'm not going to lie. The email that this gentleman's describing sounds a little unorthodox, but I've been going over your work, and it speaks for itself if it's accurate.
If it's accurate. If it's incorrect, it could cause an implosion of the auto industry that could sink the economy.
Yeah.
That's going to have downstream effects everywhere, Donna. Every industry is tied to auto.
And I got to be honest, I'm looking at some of these financials. A lot of these pages just looks like someone dragged in JPEGs they found online.
Yeah.
But if they're right, Donna,
if they're right,
this could be a very good future for you.
I
see a very bright future.
If you look at the tab titled $$,
yeah,
you can see
that was I spotted that one.
It's a lot of JPEGs of just money. It's just money JPEGs. Looks like someone Googled money and dropped a bunch of JPEGs.
But if I'm right,
it's right.
But if it's correct,
right. I love. Look, I'm enjoying your praise, and I love my husband.
Mm-hmm.
These financials are correct.
Wow, that's great news for the IRS.
That is great news. And that's great news for Wells Fargo as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We worked on it together all last night, watching you, me, and Dupree. We were laughing, and we put this together, and I think you're going to be pleased.
Wow. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So what did they say? Baby? Did they like it?
I was fired. No, I was after they dug in a little deeper. I was let go, and there's going to be a couple lawsuits coming our way. So just
the
S&P 500 dropped 15,000 points today.
We made a big mistake, babe. We made a big mistake. We have to sell all the TiVos.
I can't believe that there's no guardrails against this kind of thing.
No, I'm the guardrail, and I love you so much that I thought maybe, just maybe, there was some kind of beautiful mind situation going on where maybe I went to sleep and you took control of my computer and went in and did a great job, but it was as they said. It was just JPEGs of dollar signs. There was no actual data to back any of it up. It was just what you think money is.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you a gravedigger here? Ma'am, Donna?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Are you a gravedigger here? Do you dig graves here?
I just started. Yes. This is my second shift.
Okay. Sorry. I came to visit my dad's grave. He was buried maybe 2 weeks ago. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Busy week. 8 days ago. His grave is. I mean, he's completely out of the grave. I can see his penis sticking out of the ground.
Yes.
I just don't think there's enough dirt on my dad's grave, and I don't know what happened to his coffin.
We had to. It's embarrassing. So sometimes when the families leave, we switch bodies around in different coffins, so his coffin is being used for another funeral right now.
Donna? Hi,
yes.
yeah.
Yes,
my
hi.
father, I'm sorry to interrupt, but my father was also buried about a quarter mile up on the hill over there, and I just saw him, and he actually had he was in 2 open coffins. So he was a small man, and he was in it looked like his coffin was in almost like a Russian doll situation.
Yeah, so sometimes when we have extra coffins, we put the smaller coffins inside those bigger coffins.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to get rid of those bigger coffins, but because, sir, your father was a normal-sized man, we couldn't use that.
My father was a normal-sized man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was 6'1", 6'2", but he fit in a regular-sized coffin, so we just didn't have. We run out of them sometimes. So we took him out, we buried him, but we left his penis.
It's like an organization thing.
Yeah, so there's a big coffin shortage right now.
Sure.
Specifically in our town, it's more of a woods shortage. So if you look around us, it's almost barren of trees. So we've run out of coffins.
It's a graveyard.
Yes.
You're not locally sourcing the trees that you make the coffins from the graveyard, right?
That's actually one of the reasons people come to us, is because we have locally sourced wooden coffins, and
but you
people
don't
believe that. Well, not anymore. No, so that was a big issue. It's a big issue for us long term.
Okay,
is what we're figuring out. So that's why we have to swap bodies into coffins and whatnot. So that's why your father's penis was sticking up, so we knew exactly where he was.
I'm so sorry because I hate doing this. I'm not mad, and I don't need to know your process because it sounds like you have a process, which I'm so thrilled about. My issue is more that my dad is unburied and he needs to be reburied.
And he will be as soon as the funeral over there is done. We will bury him because the guy over there is headless and handless, so he doesn't really need a coffin or anything like that. Yeah.
God, that sounds gruesome.
Yeah.
Can people?
Yeah, he was a katana victim.
Oh my God, I heard about that. Can people take a look or at the body?
Currently, yeah, my husband is over there charging $5 a person, and you can go over there and see the corpse in the hand and everything like that.
$5.
It's cheaper than the Air and Water show.
You got me there, Donna.
Hey, Zeke. Happy to have you back at Bonnaroo, man.
Man, I can't tell you what kind of a fucking journey I've been on, man. It's so good to be back here.
Yeah, man, you got a sweet gig this year, buddy. We're putting you in charge of the VIP bathroom, so you're gonna be Yeah, you're gonna be cleaning all the talent bathrooms and stuff.
What did I do right, man? I must have done something right. Thank you, brother. So good to see you.
Hey, can I give you a little tip? What I did last year made a killing.
Hey, what happened to your tooth, man?
Huh? I sold it.
For what?
This here Apple Watch. What do you think about that? That's a little Mickey Mouse. See that? I can't figure out how to set the fucking time on it, but...
Here, let me see it.
Look at that. See that? Oh, you got it. Oh, wow.
There you go.
Wow, you're a tech whiz.
Yeah.
Tech whiz. So, hey, check this out, man. What I did last year, I made a killing here. See this little... I get this little, snake camera here. So I kind of just push this through the bottom, right? And it's got this infrared filter on it. So I can get, all the, up-butts of Mumford and Sons and stuff like that. So when Marcus Mumford comes, right? He's gonna go bathroom before the show. I just hit record.
What do you do? Do you jerk off to it?
No, I ain't into that weird stuff, but people are.
Okay, so you're
I sell them online.
You sell it.
I sell them online. I sell them online as I sell them on the dark web and it's on the blockchain, so no one can trace it. So there's a blockchain file. It's titled Marcus _Mumford _butthole, and it's him going to the bath. And I mean, there's others too.
Yeah, I'll help you with it. I'll help you with it.
I got
Tell you what, I'll help you out with it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you are you're in charge of the VIP stalls here, man. So all you got to do is when they come in.
Oh man.
See this laptop?
Yeah.
You just gotta pull up iMovie on this laptop.
Okay. Fuck.
And it's got weak signal, so you gotta keep them in there for at least 10 minutes so that I can.
What?
No matter what happens, they gotta stay in there for 10 minutes, or I can't upload the file.
So I gotta bar the door. And I gotta make sure they stay sitting down for 10 minutes.
Yeah, the file doesn't render.
Hey, hello. Hey, is somebody out there?
Hey, what's up, man?
Somebody out there? Hey, they just announced Arcade Fire's going up. I gotta get out there.
Oh shit. Damn it.
30 seconds.
They just said win.
30 seconds.
They just said win Butler.
You gotta keep him in there.
They just said win Butler in the Arcade Fire. I gotta get out there right now.
You know what? Shit. You know what?
Do not let him out of that bathroom, Sheik.
Hey brother. You know what? You're still pooping your ass.
What? There's not.
Brother. You still got poop in your ass. You gotta sit down.
How do you know?
I swear to God, man, sit back down.
Keep him on there. Keep him on there, Zeke. Keep him on there. Oh, I gotta download an update to my iOS. You got give me like 2 minutes.
2 more minutes for you.
I'm wiping. I'm wiping and I'm wiping and I'm not getting anything. There's nothing coming out. Where is it?
Just try wiping your ass one more time, brother.
God.
You're saying nothing's coming out?
Zeke, get out of the
nothing's
frame.
There.
All I'm seeing is you're in the frame, Zeke.
Oh boy.
I don't need you in here with me. I don't need you in here with me.
A lot of people are coming out here saying that they're not getting everything. I was trying to look out for you, man.
Look, I gotta go to the stage right now. They just announced my band. I gotta go. Oh shit, that's me. I gotta move.
Keep him in there, Zeke.
Sorry, man.
Move. There's a what?
Nothing. I was gonna say something.
What were we gonna say?
There's
what?
Tell you what.
Zeke, say what you were gonna say, man.
I'm not gonna say it. There's a guy.
Zeke, you gotta shoot for the moon, man.
Hey, man, you gotta stay in there. Do you want to know why?
I think I know what you was gonna say, Zeke.
Hey, you gotta stay in there, man. Do you want to know why?
Why?
There's a guy out here who just passed away.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a guy in here who just passed away, and you want to know who it is?
And got it. We're good, Zeke.
Yeah, so it looks like our investigative team, they They found the source. They found it on the blockchain. It looks like it is a video, a 10-minute video of your asshole, of you shitting.
Oh my God.
Now, the good news is we don't think...
I knew something was up. I knew because I felt like someone kept poking me in the ass, and I was like, "Oh, maybe this is just how these at these concerts now with Bonnaroos and Lollapaloozas."
They got a lot of guys. They got a lot of guys this year.
Okay, so it's not just me. That's good.
It's not just you. In my office, I mean, we're a private detective agency. Our phones have been off the hook since Bonnaroo let out because they got a lot of guys this year.
Look, I am the lead singer of Arcade
Fire. The less I know, the better. The less I know, the better.
Well, I just need to make sure that the other members of the band, because I am the singer-songwriter, I write all the songs, and if this gets out that Win Butler
the good news, Win
got a camera up his asshole, they will never take any of my songs seriously again.
The good news is it hasn't sold yet, and we can buy it before anyone else sees it, but I'm going to be honest with you. It is not going to be cheap. That's how these guys do it. That's how these scammers do it.
Okay. All right. Well, what's mine going for? What's mine going for against other people's?
Honestly, I have to keep a lot of client information confidential in my line of work.
I'd like to know what Win Butler's whole is going for versus other,
I'll tell
lesser rock bands.
You're in the top 40. You're in the top 40%. Rock bands, top 20%.
That's great.
Yeah. Celebrities, top 40%.
That's great.
Some non-rock celebrities.
Really good, actually.
Some non-rock celebrities have bumped you down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fair. Okay, so what's the cost?
This is going to be $200. I know.
$200.
I hate it, man. And it breaks my heart having to break this news, but it's going to be $200. And they're not going to budge on that. I could get them down to $150. I think I could get them down to $150.
All right, I have a lobster here for Zeke, and for Donna, I have the sirloin steak. Enjoy your meals. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
This looks awesome.
Wow. This looks incredible. Thank you. Thank you.
Bon appetit. Dig in, baby.
Oh, wow. Being spoiled a little bit, are we?
Tell you what, I know that...
this seems like it's a little bit out of our price range.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And if you want to get a glass of wine, get it.
You sure?
You can get one glass of wine.
Okay. I guess I'll get one glass of wine. Wow.
Check.
Oh, my gosh. This is so nice.
Let me just take a look. Whatever you pick out, just run it by me.
Okay. I will get... I'll get a glass of the Prisoner.
Perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
Great. Wow, this is very nice of you to pay for dinner. I don't know how you're doing it, but I appreciate it.
Well,
because neither of us really worked all that much this week at the cemetery, so I'm just wondering where this is coming from, where this money's coming from. And I thought we were kind of open and honest about where the money comes from, what we do with it. So, what are you looking at? Why, what are you doing?
Sorry, it was just...
I'm right in front of you.
I was just making sure. I kind of am doing a little bit of mental math. Trying to figure out if I'm going to be able to cover the bill here.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'd just like to know how... I mean, is it something like how did you where'd the money come from? Like, are you working on the side again? Are you doing something different?
Babe, you don't want to know. Unless you want me to tell you.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I never do this.
What?
My name's Jeff. I was having dinner with my wife.
Okay.
Zeke?
Yeah.
Are you Zeke?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew it was you.
Zeke.
Hey, do you have another one of those Muse videos?
Zeke, what is he talking about?
I'm here with my wife, but do you have another one of those Muse videos?
Wait, how did you know who I am?
A lot of the times you flip the camera around and it...
Yeah, I recognize his face. Tell him I recognize his face through Win Butler's legs.
My wife recognized your face from Win Butler's legs. Anyway, if you have another one of those Muse videos, I would be very interested. I'll be in the bathroom in 5 minutes if it's something that you're interested in.
Yeah. I'll see you.
Anyway.
I'll see you in the bathroom. Okay.
You got the Prisoner. You're gonna love that wine. My wife just had a glass. One glass.
Thank you.
One glass. Enjoy your dinner.
Hi, Zeke Hopkins. I'm Agent Dominguez with the Internal Revenue Service. Just have a couple questions about some of your unreported income this year.
Unreported?
Unreported income, yeah.
That's bullshit.
Well,
unreported. I reported everything.
We've been monitoring the inflows into your Venmo account, and was that sarcastic?
Oh, I reported everything.
You reported $8,000 to the IRS last year, and according to our reconnaissance here, you had an influx of $3.1 million, all made in small payments into your Venmo.
So you're spying on me.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to.
Yes,
that's what it comes down to. You guys are
correct,
fucking
sir.
spying on me.
That's correct, sir. Yeah. Also, we have your face on approximately 51 illegal videos of celebrity butthole tapes. Well, you filmed celebrity buttholes without their consent.
Okay. So is that, and that you're telling me that that's against the law?
That is. Technically, I'm the IRS, so there's not much. My jurisdiction doesn't extend to the videos, but
okay, so you're just giving me a heads up. I'll tell you what. I reported every penny that I made, and it's on you.
That's all.
I report every penny that I made, and it's on you to prove it any different. You understand?
Zeke. Look who I got here across the table. The infamous Zeke, the Butthole Bandit. Let's open this file. 50 pages long. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Took buttholes at Lollapalooza, Summerfest, Bonnaroo, the biggest one of them all. Look, I'm supposed to bust your ass, okay? But I just want to know, you happen to got Jared Leto 30 Seconds to Mars? You happen to got Jared Leto butthole in there somewhere? Maybe we can call this even.
Agent Dominguez, he knows we're monitoring this conversation, right?
Let him do his thing. He's in control. He's in total control.
He's the best the IRS has. He's the best the IRS has. If anyone could bust it, it's him.
I know he dresses like a Spencer Gifts employee, but
you got Jared Leto from 30 Seconds to Mars in there?
God, where do you even find lipstick that dark?
If I can get you Jared Leto's little butthole.
Clean slate.
You make all this go. Make all this go bye bye. You make all my problems go bye bye.
Your face will never show up on another butthole camera in this town again. I'll tell you that much right now.
I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, I'll edit out the parts where you flip the camera around.
Oh, so dumb. It was fun.
Poor Mike had to play Zeke the whole.
I know, we were just having too much fun.
Never got a break for playing Zeke.
We were having too much fun with it. God, I was losing my mind when Mike, when your family walked in. I'm sorry. I could see the whole situation. I was like, Mike does not want to say anything to me.
Actually, my mom would have liked it.
JPC, Mike, that was so much fun, so stupid. I don't feel super bad for Zeke.
Backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, it was.
Wait, how is that a backhanded
compliment? So
compliment?
fun, also stupid. I mean, I don't know. I felt like I was doing some of my smartest stuff that I've ever done.
That's true. You're absolutely right. That was so fun, so good.
Thank you.
Some of the best stuff we've ever had on this show.
Great.
JPC, Mike, thank you so much for coming on. This is a plug section. If you got anything coming up that you want to put out there for the folks to know about, let them know. JPC, we'll start with you.
Yeah, no, I have other podcasts you can go listen to. You can listen to Hey Riddle Riddle. You can listen to Billbuds podcast. Yep. One of them is Riddles and Improv. The other one is Pop Music Reviews. And and follow me on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/SharkBarkman. I'm over there playing video games most days. And then sometimes I get little notifications that Tim is playing video games right when my stream ends.
Interesting.
I also
would be cool if I just shot all my viewers over to him, but I will say I forget to do that most times. So
you've done it before, though, and I appreciate it.
Also, I will say JPC. I just did a Hey Riddle Riddle. What's it called? What's it called? Stretch goal episode, right?
Yeah, so that's our Hey Riddle stretch goal. We had I think 6 guests, and I think Dan, your episode is the 3rd in a series of 3, and it comes out at the very beginning of June. So if depending on when this drops, you can head over our Patreon.
I had a blast. It was one of the most fun time I've had on a pod, and I have my weekly pod. So
yeah, Dan, I will say that your character had us all in fucking stitches. It was incredibly well thought out.
Yeah.
It was very well thought out.
I won't give it away because I think it was basically a single sentence gives away what I did for 30 minutes. I didn't have much beyond the single initial premise, but it was very, very fun. So thanks for having
Executed
me.
masterfully.
Thank you.
Mike, you got anything going on folks should know about?
I'm going to be in court on June 8th. I could use as many bodies in there as I could. Cook County Courthouse on California Avenue. Just June 8th.
This is for Red Light Cam?
Red Light Cam.
Yeah.
So I just need people to show out. Let them know what kind of man I am. You know what I mean?
Will do, can do.
It would be so funny if like a couple listeners were like, I think we should go. We should go for Mike.
Yeah.
Mike has been nothing but joy to us on this podcast. We're in Chicago. It's the least we could do. We're free that day.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
Mike, are you still doing spitballing over Zoom or anything like that? Or
come on by. Yeah, spitballing on YouTube every other Monday.
Beautiful.
We'll be there next Monday.
And that's on YouTube. We'll link that in the show notes. Dan, you got anything you want to plug before we head out of here?
Nothing for me this week. What about you, Tim?
All right. Just as JPC said, Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ThirstTrapTim, playing games every day for about 2 hours. So come over and hang out. We're having some fun.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mike, JPC. This was fantastic. We hope you have you back on again soon. It's always a blast.
Yeah, and right before I go, just to take us out, I'm going to read a 5-star review. This is a 5-star review for Hey Riddle Riddle. Love this pod, and it's so unique for a true crime podcast to publish the old audio from, spoiler, before one of the hosts killed the other two. So thank you, TechBrug, for that 5-star review of a different podcast.
Nice.
Fantastic. Well, check out Hey Riddle Riddle, and maybe get that guy. If that guy's listening, give us a 5-star review too. You can write the same thing.
Yeah, go ahead. TechBug, go ahead and throw a 5-star review on the old Improv.
If you're willing to do it over for Hey Riddle Riddle, go do it for Improv is Dead as well.
God. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fun.